My trans sister changed her name to the exact same name as mine, and while I supported her through everything, this feels like she's seriously crossing the line. My sister is trans and has been in transition for about 2 years. It's been long and complicated, but we've always been really close as siblings and I have supported her through it all. At the beginning, she wanted to be called Stella, which is the first letter of her given name and also the first letter of my name. So, we all embraced her as Stella and it was great. Last week I logged on to Facebook and saw that her name had changed. To my name. My exact name. I thought it was a prank or something, but I called her immediately and she was basically like, yeah, I really like that name and I think it fits. No asking if it was okay or saying gosh I hope you don't mind, just total casual oblivion. My name is really uncommon, it's not an or something. It's not some coincidence. And I asked her if there was something to this and she just sounded like she really didn't get why I was even talking to her about it. My name is also my brand. I'm a relatively well-known freelance designer and my name is the business name. So I'm in knee-deep with my name is what I'm saying. Then yesterday, I heard from one of her friends that she is planning on formally going through with a legal name change. I want to support her like I always have. We're so close and I've always been a huge advocate for her. But I am having an incredibly hard time accepting this. Am I making too big of a deal about it? Can anyone tell me what's going on? Thank you so much. Edit, thank you all so much for the advice so far, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I feel a lot less unreasonable. I'm going to call her again and invite her over to dinner tomorrow or Friday. I might invite one of our mutual friends who she really respects and tends to listen to when she doesn't listen to me, but I haven't decided yet. I don't want her to feel ambushed. We'll see how that goes, I'll keep you all posted. Update, here's what happened and is happening. I talked to one of our level-headed mutual friends who has been really great at getting through to my sister in the past when I haven't been able to. She told me that the subject has been this huge thing in their circle of friends with all these giant group Facebook messages where people were trying to figure out what was going on. Several thought the name change was some weird prank or something, like I initially did. The mutual friend informs them all that no, this isn't a joke, so everyone was trying to decide how to best approach it. But so far no one, besides mutual friend, who is the one that told me she was going to go through with a legal name change, had actually talked to my sister about any of it. So the question then was whether it would be better if her friends talked to her about it, since they could provide an outsider non-family perspective, or if it was better for me to do it. After going back and forth about it, we decided that I should do it, so I called my sister and we made plans to get together for dinner the following day, Saturday. That night, Friday, my sister went out to a Halloween party with some of her friends, and one of them decided that it would be a really great time to confront my sister about the name change and did so by saying completely untrue, inflammatory things about me, like that I was going to file a restraining order if she took my name, that I was embarrassed about her being trans. All the people who were there and witnessed it tell me it was really, really bad. Mind you, I am about 800 years too old for this kind of crap. So my sister calls me, drunk and crying, and she's hardly making any sense and I have no idea what is going on. I go pick her up and get briefed on what happened by someone and my sister is furious at me, but then she's also too drunk to really have a meaningful conversation or direct her fury in a constructive way, so I get her into the back of my car and she pukes and falls asleep. Family is great. I set her up on my couch and spend all night figuring out what exactly I'm going to say. I read through the responses to my original post again and try to compile the best advice into a concise, meaningful statement against taking my name. I wanted to go the compassionate, reasonable route and not the I'll sue you route. I said, basically, I love you tons and you know that, and I've always supported you through everything, always. My name is my identity and it's important to me. Blah blah blah. Your identity is important to you. Blah blah blah. She had been listening the whole time, then interrupted me and responded with the following, this is a direct quote, wow, but hurt much? Yes, that's right. Wow, but hurt much. Yes, all my years of support and undying love and advocacy and I get a wow, but hurt much. So now I am actually pissed and I am slightly less nice and more realistic about the implications that us having the same name would have. She says, you're making a big deal over nothing. So I say, my identity isn't nothing. It was like a Lifetime original movie. I ask her to tell me why she doesn't think this is a big deal. She says that people have the same name all the time, citing some kids that lived on our block growing up that were both named Thomas, and so one went by Thomas B and one went by Thomas K in school and it wasn't a big deal. I said that isn't the same at all because we are directly related. It went around like this for a while and I was growing more frustrated and I was worried I was going to say something I would regret, so I had her call a friend to pick her up and get her out of there before I lost it. I told her I wanted her to really think on this decision and if picking my name was really being true to her unique self, and said that although we clearly don't see eye to eye on this right now, please just promise me you won't go through with a legal name change at this point. She rolled her eyes but agreed, we pinky promised, so there's that. But then she said, again, I don't know why you're making such a big deal about this. So that was Saturday morning. Sunday morning, I wrote her and reiterated what I had said the day before, but also told her that I needed some time to cool off from this whole thing. A lot of people in my original post responded that they thought that she was playing this off as a means to do something sinister, like steal my so-so credit rating and open so-so bank accounts in my name, or that she is envious that I was born in a female's body and lived the life that she, from her point of view, could have easily had, one that was free from the painful struggles with identity. I definitely do not think the former is true for a multitude of reasons, but I do think that the latter holds a lot more weight than I previously thought. She does see a counselor, and I'm sincerely hoping she is talking this out with them. Once I calm down a little bit, I may see if she would be interested in having a couple of sessions together. I'm hoping that this passes, even though that it is happening at all is very uncharacteristic. She isn't usually this lacking in empathy and clueless seeming. But, for now, she is not going to legally change her name, and that is a small victory, and we'll see what happens next. Thanks again for all the great support and advice in my original post. I'll keep you posted. Final update. Hey all. First, sorry this has taken me 10 months. I've received countless curious messages since my original post, but I was kind of pushing this account away in my mind and didn't log in again until the other day. Your words and comments ended up being a big part of this journey though, so I had to write an update. Better late than never. In short, my sister came around and has a name that is completely her own. But it's been a long couple of months. Through the nudging of a friend, my sister got more regular, intensive counseling. She started seeing someone new, and I think they really meshed. My parents also started going to counseling, which has helped immensely. We have had several family sessions too, lots of counseling. A lot came out in these, the biggest thing being, as many of you suspected, my sister's extreme envy of my life. One that was so close to hers but so far away. I was backing off on the name issue because everything was so intense and I felt like we would roll around to it eventually. It was just the manifestation of these complicated feelings. Finally, after one family session, it just came out of me. I was really honest, and it was like 1,000 gears clicked into place for her at once. She was crying, I was crying. I really feel like she was just completely self-absorbed and genuinely not thinking about how her actions impacted anyone around her, and it really hit her in that moment. Things are a lot better now, but we're obviously all still a work in progress. A couple months ago she picked a name on her own that suits her to a T that we've embraced, and my parents took her shopping, which is a big deal. She is feeling a lot more comfortable in her skin and has been more upfront about her emotions. We still have a long road ahead of us, but we are all much more unified now. Thanks again for all your original comments and messages. And thanks again for all your support this time around. I'm happy with this resolution too. It can be extremely difficult to be patient with the people you love, but it's worth it. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself along the way.